cool. Right, so we've got Joe here, the founder and owner of Brick Jackets.
Certainly.
So this is a company that I've never met the owner, so it's been a pleasure to meet you. It's a company I've seen a lot on the new build sites where I'm based, around like Wimbledon, Croydon, Kingston, Epsom, blah 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 blah. How did you think about it?
Do you know what? There's a bit of a podcast on me, funny enough. A good friend of mine, Rob from Mindhead podcast, he did a podcast on me, the very first podcast I've ever done, sort of explained the story there. It was just literally, I'll give you the short of it. It's literally, I was working leading up to Christmas back in 2009. This was, not a lot of people know that I've been trading since 2011 as Brick Jackets. And back in 2009, working for my dad, just before Christmas, we finishing up for Christmas. So I'd loaded out a load of blocks on the scaffolding, and I said to my dad, look, I want to come in over Christmas, earn myself a little bit of extra money. Is that all right? Yeah, no problems. Anyway, we had Christmas break. I went in over Christmas, and as I was walking down the customer's driveway to the house, the next door neighbour parked his car alongside the scaffolding. And what actually happened, I sort of loaded up the blocks, covered them up with plastic, put a muck board on top of that, and obviously over the Christmas period it's a bit windy, the plastic picked up, and the muck board blew off the side of the scaffolding and landed on the next door neighbour's roof of his car. And that's basically the strength of it. I sort of had to knock on the neighbour's door, obviously, and say, yeah, really sorry about that, bit of a problem and stuff. In actual fact, the guy was really okay with it. My dad weren't, and he was quite frustrated at the fact that obviously we had to pay the repair.
And your dad was a brickie?
My dad was a bricklayer, yeah.
And you started as a brickie?
Yeah. So I started as a bricklayer. My dad taught me my trade, basically, yeah. So, yeah, that was the strength of it. The blocks were all soaking wet. I went home, didn't earn any money that day, and literally that is how I come up with the concept. I just thought, do you know what, it's got to be something out there, just literally cover your bricks or your blocks up at the end of the day and go home.
And also, I think the thing is, like with the brickies, I don't know how many working days in a year there are, but rained off's the worst.
Certainly.
And the trouble is with brickies, all the roofers, yeah, they're used to it. Whereas you put a plumber and electrician saying, mate, no work, they look like that. There's kind of an arrogance, and they're like, mate, I need to get paid. Whereas you choose, I suppose, what you do for a living.
Yeah.
But now, like, even if it gets cold, the Brick Jackets helps the frost, doesn't it?
Yeah, keep the snow off them, keep the frost off them, certainly, without a doubt, obviously, you know, and that was the whole idea, really, just to sort of help the bricklayer keep their materials dry. It might rain overnight. If the bricks are sort of covered up, you can come in the next day, and then you can work.
Keep grafting.
Yeah, it's as simple as that.
So outside the UK, have you put Brick Jackets anywhere else?
Yeah, we do. Funny enough, we do get a few orders come in from Europe, obviously because of Instagram. It's quite strong. So we do occasionally get the messages from sort of like Europe, and we just send them out. So,
What do they do in Chicago and places when it's freezing?
I have sent some out to America,
Have
funny
you?
enough. I certainly have, yeah, a couple of occasions. It's quite expensive logistically, like, you know, to get them sent there, so sort of thing, but
Have you protected it so that way no one can copy you? Or?
well, early doors we had sort of patents pending and stuff, so I've got a few competitors now, but do you know what? You know,
Not the original.
No,
There was a
not the
guy
original,
earlier that said he was, he said, I said, whatever. He said, there's only one of me, Jimmy, yeah? And it's this, well, a real slim Jimmy, please stand up, right? And it's like you'll never beat the original, innit? You'll never beat it.
No, certainly. No, I'm very proud of that, to be perfectly honest with you. It's such a transition as a bricklayer to actually come up with a product, take it to market, you know, and actually start sell them, and sort of, it's just, yeah, such a transition.
And when was the last time you laid a brick?
Oh, yeah, I'd never shy away from laying a brick, to be honest with you.
man.
Literally 2 weeks ago. So honestly, I'm any of my mates or sort of any of the contacts that I'm still very good friends with from the trade, you know, more than often they ring me up, oh, Joe, couldn't jump on for me next week, could you, for a day?
You do it,
Yes,
yeah,
if
yeah,
I can
mate.
do it, I will
Yeah.
do it. I still love
And they're
that
like,
bricks.
fuck me, the guru's here.
I don't know about
You
that,
got
but
you
know
got
what?
to keep doing it, otherwise you end up fucking losing your pace anyway.
Do you know what? I would never ever shy away a day's work on the bricklaying side of things. Listen, my dad was a bricklayer, so I was just so passionate about bricklaying. I've got a lot of sort of like friends here tonight, sort of thing as well, that I've only met through the business, through Brick Jackets and the social media and stuff. And do you know what? I'm really proud. I've been able to jump on the trail with a lot of people over the sort of past few years, and sort of like social media, through social media has been brilliant. I've sort of Ash Mahoney's here tonight and Blade Brickworks here tonight. I've been fortunate enough to sort of jump on the trail and really enjoy laying bricks.
Listen, I can't lay any bricks, yeah?
Okay.
It's like Mr. Miyagi, it's like, fucking, innit? Like, wax on, wax off.
Do you know what? Yeah, there's
Definitely an art to it, yeah?
it certainly is technique, you know, and yeah, it's a great train. I absolutely love it, to be honest. Thank you very much.
Well,
Good
listen,
to
mate,
meet you.
have a good evening, mate, and
Certainly.
I'm look into your product more.
Certainly,
So
thank you very
people
much.
watching, what's the social media handle?
Brick Jackets.
And that's
on Instagram.
So you need it. I know it sounds really silly, but bricklayers they're like, mate, I'm a fucking brickie. Like, and I'm like, okay, done. Like, but Brick Jackets at Brick Jackets, is that across every platform?
Yeah, that's it. So Instagram, we're on LinkedIn, obviously Facebook, Twitter. So yeah, that's it.
So if your bricks are cold, winter's coming, or if your partner is a bricklayer, get him a fucking brick jacket, innit?
That's it. Certainly.
What you might have to do next year is get bricky jackets.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, get your brickies some jackets.
No, yeah, I know.
Little rate back or whatever. Or all in one.
Definitely, there's been a few posts of some bricklayers wearing the brick jackets, cut the head out and the arms and stuff like that. Yeah.
Or brick hats.
Brilliant, thank you very much.
Pleasure,
Have a good evening, yeah.
I really like you. The only thing is, I'm a Wimbledon fan and Mill are a bit of a close. And we're scared of you when we come down there. It's an intimidating ground, isn't it?
Do you know what? Yeah, I've been a Millwall fan since I've been a kid, and I don't go so much anymore, to be honest with you. But just through work commitments and being really busy in life in general. But obviously, I'm still a big fan, and I keep an eye on all the results. And I sort of get out there where I can, you know.
I just know going there as an away fan, there's a massive fuck off alley, and all you can hear is fucking the Lions roar, right?
It's yeah. It's sort of, my dad was a Millwall fan, obviously that's why I've become a Millwall fan sort of thing, and yeah, I try and get there as often as I can, but not as much as what I used to get there. But
Sweet man, pleasure. Absolute pleasure again, man.
Thank you.
We're talking again.